Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Jana with Color and Create with Jana, and I am excited to have you here with me today. In today's video, I am going to be finally sharing my completed pages for the month of May. And I have to tell you, May was an extremely crazy month for me. Like that. I knew it was going to be crazy, and I kind of mentioned that I was going to be all over the place in like my coloring plans video. Wasn't really sure what I'd be able to get done or not. But towards the end of May, life got very hectic. I had two major graduations in May. My oldest daughter was graduating from college, or as some of you may call it, university. So it was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. It went very well, and we're super proud of her. And followed by her, my other daughter was graduating from high school. So that again was an awesome ceremony. Super proud of her. It was great. So we had a lot of fun at graduations and everything going on. And then my son, school ended for my son, so he's thrilled to be on summer vacation now. As am I. I don't have to fight with anybody to wake them up and get them out to a bus or anything like that. But yes, after graduation got a bit hectic. My mother who lives with me, she became ill and was hospitalized. She's home and doing much better now, but that was about a week of running back and forth between home and the hospital, and checking and making sure that she was okay. And then about a week later, I ended up having my own health issues, and I was hospitalized. So the end of May was completely insane. I am feeling much better now, and I am home. Obviously, here I am recording my video. But yes, I was not able to really sit down and focus and color on much, probably the last two and a half weeks of May. But even with that being said, I was able to complete 19 pages, so that's pretty good for missing out on, two and a half weeks. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess I got some stuff done. But yes, I'm I am extremely happy that May is done and over with, and we are now in June and moving on. And yes, I just want to put May kind of behind me at this time because it was just, again, insane. The end of May was insane. But enough about that. Again, I colored a total of 19 pages for May, and I had 3 buddy colors. So I'm going to move some of these books over, and we're just going to get into it, and I will show you what I have done. I think I have most of these in order, but I'm going to start with my coloring planner. This is the 2026 coloring planner, which was created by Amanda at AmandaColours. And as always, anybody that I mention in the video will be linked down below. And where am I going? May. So May, for every month in this planner, there is a exclusive illustration. And for May, the illustration is by Miss Shell, and it's this mermaid page, which is perfect for mermaid. So we colored this. And what did I use? I used Ohuhu alcohol markers. You could tell there's a bit of streakiness here because my marker was starting to run out. So the alcohol markers, I used some Grabby or Graby, I'm not sure how you pronounce the name actually, glitter markers, and some white Posca, and probably a little bit of Pentel Sparkle Pop. So it was a fun it was a fun page to color. Oh, you could see some of the sparkle on their tails. And my little octopus guy. I wish I would have made him a tad bit lighter, but it is what it is, and I think he still turned out cute. But yeah, this was my page that I colored for May. Super fun, super cute. I'm glad I was able to get it done. And yes, that was the first page I had colored. So I'm going to move this over and open up to my pages so I can talk about them. Okay, so that was the first one. Let's see. Okay. The next one I worked in was the Best of Pixar by Hatchet Heroes. And the page that I did was this Luca page. And this was done for the Pixar movie Luca, which was picked. I'm part of a Disney Pixar Instagram group where they choose a Disney and a Pixar movie every month. And you have to find a page to color for it. And I believe the Disney movie was Strange Things or Stranger Things. I couldn't find a page for that. So I started with Luca, and I was able to complete Luca. So it was a fun page to color. I used, what did I use on this? Guangna acrylic markers for this page. So yeah, that's my Luca page. I like how he turned out. Not a lot of colors, so it really didn't take that long to do. But I'm happy that I was able to get that one done. So again, that is the Best of Pixar, color by number. The next, sorry about the glare, I have Capybara Cuties Cozy Coloring Book illustrated by Rob Parkinson, and I did 3 pages in here. And the first one, oh, I'm moving you. The first one is this watermelon page. Well, strawberries and watermelons. And for this one, I used Ohuhu alcohol markers. There's a little bit of white gel pen. What else is on here? I used the Jelly Roll Black Glaze on the seeds of the watermelon. There's a little bit of Languo gel pens, which I think I used on the strawberry seeds. And the Shiny Style Languo gel pens for some sparkle, which I think I added on the hearts. So I don't know if the camera will pick everything up. But this was a fun, super cute page to color. I love coloring watermelon and strawberries. I don't know why. It's, I guess, just, you know, it's summertime now, so they're kind of perfect for summer. But yes, there was that page. And then I moved back here and I colored the scuba diving page. And again, it was the alcohol markers. I did put glossy accents on the goggles, just for a bit of shine. There you go. You can see it up there. This was a fun page to color. Didn't really stick with any kind of a color scheme or anything like that. Just wanted to make it colorful and bright and just went with it. So there is that one. And then the last page I colored was this one. And I don't think there's anything really sparkly. I didn't use anything sparkly on here. It's just the alcohol markers and the white gel pen for some accents here and there. But yes, I enjoyed this page as well. Super fun, cute. And like that, with this one, I tried to keep it to a limited color palette and just use the pinks and the purples for the lily pad flowers and the yellow flowers around. But yes, those are the 3 pages in Capybara Cuties, illustrated by Rob Parkinson. Okay. The next book I am showing is Rooms of Wonder by Joanna Basford, and this is a project buddy book with my good friend Jeanne at BoBeanie Creates. And the page that we chose for May was this vanity page. And I had a lot of fun with this page. I used Prismacolor pencils, some Languo gel pen, the shiny style, which I used on all of the, like the border and the artwork around the edges, and a little bit of white Posca. And again, I enjoyed this page. I knew that I wanted to do my vanity like a wooden color, and I wanted to bring in pinks. And after I did the pink, I wasn't really sure where what direction I wanted to go as far as color. I was thinking like blues and purples, but then I was, trying to place them and where I'd want them, and I really couldn't decide. And then I figured, okay, well, like an orangey peachy might go well, or usually goes well with the pink. So I did that, but then I wanted an extra added pop of color, so I went with the yellow. So overall, I'm happy with it. I did enjoy coloring the page. And yeah, it's another page done, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yes, that is my page. I'm going to pop Jeannie's page up here. And Jeannie did a fantastic job, as always, with her page. She went with the blues and the pinks. I love the bright pop of pink in her flowers. She did a fantastic job. So thank you, Jeannie, for, as always, coloring another page with me. And I am looking forward to our June page. And that, again, is Rooms of Wonder by Joanna Basford. Okay. The next page I am showing is from Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Rosannes, and this is a project buddy book with my wonderful friend Steve, also known as my UK hubby, the Coloring Commander. And we did the double page spread of Pinocchio. And I don't even know if I can get the whole thing on screen. Yeah, it's kind of big. But I just want to say I really had fun coloring this page, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I didn't use much. I used Prismacolor pencils and some white Posca. And that's it. Nothing shiny or glittery, anything like that. Initially looking at the page, I was looking at it and I'm thinking, wow, this is a lot of wood. Like, I'm really gonna get tired of brown. But let me see what I could do. So I started off with doing the frame. And initially looking at the frame, like you could see that there's carvings in the frame. Like you have this little, like the ballerina and a shark looking thing and a little soldier and some faces. And at first I was like, okay, do I take those out and color them, give them color? But I decided against that, and I decided to just make the frame, just keep it as like a plain wood carved frame, which I think I did a pretty good job at trying to pull out or have like the images show. It's not the best, but it's not horrible. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. And then I think after that, I moved to the wall, my brick wall. And I figured I'd go with like the terracotta and the gray for the wall, just because I was trying not to add a lot of brown and wood. I wanted things to be able to stand out. And then I was just pretty much going piece by piece and trying to do different shades of brown. So that way, again, things would kind of pop. So I, worked on the furniture over here and the windowsill, the clock, the desk, the shelves. Then I tried to do the chair and these boards over here, a lighter wood color. And I mean, I think I did a pretty good job with trying to, lighten up some of the pieces. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with all the heads or masks, whatever, these bits and bobs are back here. We have the books, the tools. And yeah, I'm super happy, and I had a lot of fun, which is what matters most. I really enjoyed coloring the page. So I'm happy that a double page spread got done in this book, and again, it was super fun. I'm going to put Steve's page up here. And again, Steve did a fantastic job on his page as well. I love what he did. And like that, I don't think he used as much brown as me. But they're still brown. But I mean, it's wood. So, there's not, I don't know how many ways around wood you can go. But he did a fantastic job. So, yes, thank you, Steve, for another awesome buddy color. I had a lot of fun with this page, and I am excited to get started on our June page, which is a single page, thankfully. I don't know if I would have been able to handle another double right away after this one, so it's kind of a nice little break. But yes, I am excited about it. And that is our page from Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Roseanne's. And then I worked in my Kawaii Tarot coloring book by Lulu Mayo. And again, my goal is to attempt to get this book completed by the end of the year, or very, very, very close to being completed by the end of the year. And I always turn to this book first in the beginning of the month, because I look for the prompts for the Lulu Mayo scavenger hunt, which is hosted by Jess at the Colouring.Bumblebee. And so I think I started with this. Yes, I started with these 4 panels. I got all 4 of them done. So we did the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. And the Lulu Mayo scavenger hunt prompts that I did these for were seaweed, because we have seaweed in both of these, and mermaid tail, which we have our cat mermaid here with the mermaid tail, and we have a little mermaid there, so that counts as well. So initially I started with these 2, and then doing them, I was like, well, you know what? Let's just get the complete double page spread done, and we'll color these as well. And that's what I did. So now it's nice and cohesive. Try to scatter the colors throughout each of the panels. And what did I use? I used Prismacolor pencils, Guangna acrylic brush pens for the backgrounds, white Posca, a black fine liner, gold Pentel Sparkle Pop. Not exactly sure where I used that. Kuretake Gansai Tambi Starry Colors metallic watercolor for the borders of the panels. I used the Ocean watercolor set by the Art Spirits. I believe it was Mermaid Dust. sparkly, which I used in some of the water, like the waves over here and here. Which, if I, there you go, you could see it. Look at that sparkle, so pretty. I love it. What else? What else did I use? I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, used a little bit on some of the bubbles. Yes, very, very sparkly page. Oh, the Pencil Sparkle Pop is the gold around the edge of the shell and on some of the shell accents there. The camera's picking it up, so. But yes, I really enjoyed coloring these 2 pages, and you could see all the glitter and the shine and the sparkle, which makes me super, super, super happy. And those were done for those, again, the mermaid tail and the seaweed prompt. And then the other page that I did in here was the Knight of Coins. And this one I colored for the prompt of elephant, because we have an elephant hanging out here in the background. So I thought, okay, that would be perfect. Let's get that page done. And again, I used Prismacolor pencils, the Guangna acrylic brush markers for the background, some white Posca, black fine liner, the gold Pentel Sparkle Pop, which is, oh, on the unicorn horn, and my coin and some of the flower accents. And the Kuretake Gansai Tambi Starry Colors metallic watercolor for the border. So you could see some of the shine on there. Not as much as the other page, but it's there. And I'm excited to have gotten this page done. So yes, the book is it's filling up. It's filling up, and I'm excited. So again, that was Kawaii Tarot Coloring Book by Lulu Mayo. The next book I am going to share is Shooting Star by Maria Troll, and this is a Project Buddy Color book with Zoe at Zoe's Colourful Creations. And for May, we worked in this book. We actually have a second book, A Million Baby Animals by Lulu Mayo, that we're working in, and the page that we chose for that will be for June and July. But for May, we chose a page in here, which is this mermaid page, because again, it was perfect for mermaid. And I had fun with this one. I really did. I didn't know where exactly to go with her. I started with her skin. I used Prismacolor pencils, white Posca for some of the, like I outlined some of the bubbles down here and the waves. There is gold Pentel Sparkle Pop on the stars. And the background I taped off. I used washi tape and taped off a border, and then used Neocolor 2s for the background. And I pretty much saved that for last because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the background. And like I said, I initially started with her skin because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with her hair. Obviously, with it being waves and water, I guess, kind of, I wanted to go with a blue color. And so I went with more of like a teal aqua color for the hair, which then left me to do the background in this more of a like a brighter blue, which is okay. Like that. I'm pretty happy with how she turned out. I mean, I don't know, in my opinion, I think she's kind of just there, like she's nothing spectacular, she's kind of blah, but again, at the same time, I had fun with it. And like that, I think the little elements in the hair, like the whale and the dolphin and our little mermaid here, you know, pop. That's what I was trying to do, was have them pop against, you know, the color of her hair. So I think I achieved that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm really happy that we got the page done and I enjoyed this one. But I'm going to move mine to the side and I'm going to show you Zoe's. And Zoe did a fantastic job on hers. I absolutely, absolutely love her page. I love that she went with the the different colors and brought in the pinks and the purples with the blues for the hair, like almost rainbow kind of. How fun is that? She did an absolutely amazing, amazing job on her page. So thank you, Zoe, for an awesome buddy color. And I am looking forward to our June pages in A Million Baby Animals. So yes, that was Shooting Star by Maria Troll. I'm almost done, guys. Okay. I then have Coloring Heaven Collection Tiny Year by Agoda Pop. And I try to color the tinies on shelves every month. And for May, we have this page. And I had a lot of fun with this page too. Initially looking at it, I had no idea where I wanted to go with this. I know May here in the US, we celebrate Mother's Day. So I know there's a lot of flowers and everything on this page. So I was trying to go for like a bright, happy, spring-like color palette. And I started off pretty much with the month, and I went with the orange, the pink, and the yellow. But then I figured I needed to add more color, so I threw in like a teal blue. The only thing I don't like about the page is because I left the background for last. And I think that the blue, I used an alcohol marker for the background, and I think I should have really gone with a different shade or a much lighter color, because I think it clashes too much with the teal blue color that I used for like the water and the balloon and the books. And I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. It's done. But I think if I went with a much lighter color, some of the elements would have popped better. But it still was a very fun page to color. And again, I used the Ohuhu alcohol marker for the background. Everything else is colored with Prismacolor pencils. There's some white Posca and silver Pentel Sparkle Pop, which there isn't much, just pretty much on, there you can see the binder, the binding of the books, a little bit on our little butterfly, or no, bee butterfly. I'm calling it a bee. Yeah, just here and there. But it was a very fun page. I enjoyed it, and I'm happy with the color choices, except for my background, of course. But the May page is done, and now I can move on to June. Yay! So, again, that was the page from Tiny Year, Coloring Heaven Collection by Agoda Pop. And then the last book I have to share with you is, sorry for the glare, 50 Zodiac Theme Miniatures Coloring Book by Camellia Angelkova. And again, this is a hashtag Complete Zodiac Miniatures, which is hosted by Jess at the Colouring.Bumblebee. And she started this last year. And like I had said in my previous video, I was trying to start it last year and follow along with them, but that did not happen. So this year, I am now coloring, instead of the 2 pages that they are coloring, I'm now coloring the 4. So let me just start and show you. So this one, we have the Taurus page. And again, on all of these, I used Ohuhu alcohol markers, white Posca, and some grabby glitter markers, which the markers are used on the title and the border. And so this was one of the pages that they did last year, which was a makeup page for me. So we colored our Taurus page. That was cute. Again, chose like a dark blue for the night sky, and thought the pinks and the greens would go nice with my little ox here. So that was a makeup page. Then this was one of the pages chosen for this May, which was Chibi Taurus. So again, went with daytime sky and carried over like the pinks and a little bit of yellow for my flowers, because wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with them, but figured if I kind of made her dress the same color as the pinks, that would kind of all bring it together, and then add some yellow. Yeah, not bad. Not thrilled, but not bad. So that was the first May page for this year. And then the other May page that they chose was the ox. So again, I did the night sky and the yellow flowers, which I think makes it pop. So I'm happy with how he turned out. And again, the grabby glitter markers for the title and the border. And then the last makeup page would be the Chibi Ox. And again, went with a daytime sky and brought over the pinks and the yellows from the other page. And yeah, I think it kind of makes it pop, seeing as I made her hair and, you know, her body over here kind of like darker brown. So I'm glad that I brought in the pinks and the yellows to kind of hopefully make it stand out a little bit. But yep, that is it. I'm happy that I was able to get the 2 catch-up pages plus the May pages for this done. So that was 4 pages in this book. And that's it. Those are all my pages. Not a ton, but it was a decent amount. And what's my favorite? Do I have a favorite? You know what? I think I have to go with my Pinocchio page as my favorite, because I really, really, really enjoyed it. It took a while, but I enjoyed it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So, yeah, I'm going to say this one was my favorite for the month. So let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite page that I colored. I'm interested to know. But yes, thank you guys for joining me. I know it's rather a short video. I think we're only at about a half an hour or so. But again, didn't get as much as I wanted done, but it was a decent amount. And I'm happy with what I got done. So, thank you again for stopping in, and let me know what you think and what your favorite page was. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.